We're going to start a new campaign as Helman Ghorst, who now leads the Caravan of Blue Roses. And he starts off over near Cathay in a haunted forest. Should be pretty interesting here. We are going to play this on very hard. We can see that on the left. But we actually have abilities to change a lot in this campaign now. We can scale up endgame difficulty if we want to do that. We can do a timer. Doesn't really matter. We don't need the early warning. We can bring the end game scenario over to like really early. And these are the different scenarios. So the ones we're most likely to encounter are probably the Wild Hunt, which is wood elves, might hit our forest, and then the Wa with all the greenskins. Vampiric Ascension is probably not a big deal because we're vampires, obviously. And I don't think we'll run into the Dawi. So we'll just turn these off. And I think we're ready to go. This is going to be kind of a more casual playthrough. I just want to show off all the changes because there really are so many. This campaign is completely revamped, and this will allow me to show off all the changes as we go along rather than bits and pieces here and there. Okay, so we get a little trigger here that says we're playing the Immortal Empires beta. That's fine. Nothing too exciting about that. Let's first take a look at our settlement here. So the Haunted Forest is a magical forest. It is a suitable climate for us. And it's a one city province, so that'll grow a little slow. But if we get the growth, that'll help. And then we have this unique building, which helps too. That's extra growth and some income. It shouldn't be too bad in the grand scheme of things. We have some new raise dead mechanics. These will increase based on vampiric corruption, so you can actually reliably get quite a few units. I'm going to start with a couple zombies right here. Helman Ghorst boosts zombies so much. It's going to be crazy. We'll take a look at that later. For now, let's attack this Skaven army. Now, part of the reason I am doing this in sort of a let's play format is the vampires, especially Helman Ghorst, with his boost to zombies, is just kind of slow, grindy playthrough. I don't think that's going to make a good live stream campaign. Don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoy it, but it certainly leaves a lot to be desired compared to some of the more active plays that you can do. Here we can raise some more dead as we prepare to assault this next turn. You can wait the turn so that you don't pay the upkeep, but honestly, at 19 upkeep, it's nothing. We can just make sure we have these guys. Let's take a look at Ghorst's skill tree now. This is where some major changes have happened. He does start with Master of the Dead, which has the passive healing around him. It doesn't raise models, but it does mean that when the units he's trying to raise models for are at full health, they'll get those models back faster. So that's really nice. He also has this, which reduces the cost of raising dead, and he's getting a boost to the dead rise again. So if you lose a unit, you have a higher chance of getting it back. Super handy. And then here we get extra battle healing cap, extra replenishment, and then reduced upkeep for zombies. This guy is a super zombie dude. If we take a look at this, he's going to get some extra campaign movement range as we go, some extra speed, which honestly on zombies is nothing. He's going to get a lot of melee attack for zombies in all armies faction-wide. That's kind of crazy. It's still pretty meaningless, but it's kind of funny. If we look here, we're getting a ward save for our zombies for all armies faction-wide. And then 500% healing cap for zombies faction-wide. Zombies are going to be such tanks for damage. We can basically throw them in, and as long as they're getting healing, they'll survive forever. It's hilarious. That's obviously going to come a little bit later, But what's nice too is eventually they'll get the Ravenous Dead, so when they're in melee, they'll be healing that way too. Zombies are going to be so, so good. But for now, let's start on Ghorst's magic line. For research, we got some new techs for zombies too. These are all the ones that affect zombies, and where I'm going to head to first is Rotten Gift, because Rotten Gift gives us physical resistance for zombies, and that's quite a bit. And then Bonds of Flesh on the way gives us even more healing cap. If you're adding that up correctly, that's going to be 600% healing cap just for zombies, plus the 30% healing cap bonus that Ghorst gets himself. This is going to be super strong. We're going to have zombies everywhere. What we can already do, if you look at how much money we have, we could already consider a new lord. I think I still like the vampire lords. They have a few things that I like better than the necromancers, but since we're doing this playthrough, let's go thematic. Let's get this guy.
Ready.
We'll just recruit some zombies for now. They're getting this rank because of the Haunted Forest special building. Super sweet. And then we'll be able to start raising dead. And then these guys will move together. Having two forces is always really handy. As you can see, our money's fine, so we'll just deal with that. And that's the end of turn one. Let's see how things go from here. Now, fighting against the Skaven first is kind of difficult with a bunch of zombies. We don't have the speed to take them down, so we just have to let them shoot missiles at us, especially since we don't have high-speed units that can kind of waste ammo and whatnot. But because of all the bonuses we get, it's not a big deal. Really not a big deal to do it this way. We're gonna try to attack this city.
Swift.
Let's see if we can get this up to a decisive victory. I would really rather not fight. A minor settlement battle. There we go. Beautiful. Because we're just too slow right now. There are some units in the vampire roster that I think are really good for the minor settlement battles, but we just don't have them yet. So we are gonna merge some units and then we can recruit 2 more zombies.
Master of the Dead.
This guy is gonna go to the edge, and he is also gonna recruit some more zombies. And then before he leaves next turn, we'll see if we can pick up anything else.
Death is only the beginning.
On Helman Ghorst, I think it's pretty important to get Gaze of Nagash, because that means we have a ranged attack that we can get battle started with. Meanwhile, this guy can become a better fighter. We might change him to a specialist later, but particularly in Ghorst's army, since he's not a great 1v1 character, I like to have a melee person around for that. Our goal against our first enemies is really to just go as fast as possible. We can see we have ogres to the north. They're going to be really easy for us to deal with because they also mostly just have a bunch of melee units, because we're going to have the advantage of leadership and better healing than the ogres. Over here, we're just going to keep recruiting as we go. Unfortunately, outside the magical forest, we lose magic, so that's kind of a bummer. I also forgot to raise some more zombies, but it's no big deal. We'll be fine. We're gonna try to get to the scrap towers as quickly as possible. Our goal really is to wipe out these Skaven quickly. They have some pretty good units against what we have, and we just don't want to deal with that. I think we can see some Nurgle corruption developing here. That's an interesting icon. And we can see that the Skaven put an army in scrap towers. Hopefully, with what we have, we can beat them. Hopefully in auto-resolve, because this looks like it would be a nightmare.
What do you see?
To fight manually.
Dark.
This guy can reach, Helman Ghorst cannot, so let's attack with him. See what we're looking at. Yeah, poison wind mortars are not something we want to fight against. So we're gonna bring Helman Ghorst in as reinforcements. We might shift some of the units over to this guy. We can't quite reach. Let's just get in range If we're in range here, that would be nice, because then we could stand in channeling stance. That's handy.
I admire.
Okay, we're getting a Pyrrhic victory, but only zombies die? I'm absolutely fine with this. A-okay. Look at that. Beautiful. All our good units are still around. Some of them came back. We wiped out a crazy strong Skaven army. We are in good shape here. We got this guy's steed. I don't care for that, so let's take that off.
Mine to command.
And we'll get the Curse of Undeath, and then some more Gaze of Nagash, because I will use it. Meanwhile, this guy is going to recruit a couple more zombies. And yeah, we don't have great units here, so we're just going to wait. Not a big deal. The next thing we want to hit is Flayed Rock, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And we're going to make this guy a better melee fighter. This guy got a couple ranks, so that's nice. Let's get him his magic line, similar to Helman Ghorst. I like to start with Gaze of Nagash, just so that we can get battles started if the enemy isn't coming at us. Over the Haunted Forest, we can get tier 2. Great, developing very, very quickly. And we're gonna hit Flayed Rock any second now. Now, we look weak, but we do have a couple turns to heal and raise more dead. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our units as close as possible. One of our armies is gonna sit back and recruit a couple more units, and then we're gonna launch the attack. They really can't possibly have much left, given what a terrifying army we just faced. And now we have better speed for our zombies. What are they gonna do?
They will serve.
All right, let's move Ghorst in his channeling stance as far as possible. That channeling stance gives us the magic, but also gives us healing, so that's great. This guy is gonna stay in our land and recruit a couple more zombies, and then they'll be able to reinforce each other at the Flayed Rock. Here, we're gonna keep getting growth. Growth is super handy so that we can get defenses up and whatnot. And then money, all sorts of great stuff. Sorry if you can hear my cat in the background. Bruce has been desperate for attention. I can't do much about it. Anyway, here we are. We can go to the Flayed Rock. It says Valiant Defeat just with what we have here, so I'm expecting once we bring our reinforcements, it shouldn't be a big deal. Unfortunately, we don't have more zombies, but that's okay. We'll come right over here. Whoops, don't go too far. I want to make sure this guy can stand in channeling stance. Very, very handy.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's, oh man, hero blocking us. That's irritating. There we go. We got it, we got it.
For the night.
Oh no. Okay, that's not gonna work. So, I wish we had zombies, but we can just recruit all these. It's a little expensive, but for now, it's worth it so that we don't kill our second army. That's fine. These are replaceable units. We're in good shape. Occupy this. Boom. Happy as a clam. You might be wondering why I'm auto-resolving so much. Especially against major settlements, there is just so much that would make this a challenge. Unfortunately, we don't have the speed to really go in and capture points quickly, and there are towers that could do damage around us, so we would really struggle. We would really struggle in minor settlement battles. I have a trick for major settlements, which we might do against whoever's down here by the time we get there. Usually Nurgle wipes them out. But I think for now, we're in good shape, and I'm going to call that an episode. Join me next time to see us take on ogres in the north and these guys in the south. Thanks for stopping by.